Hi everybody, I'm so excited to be talking to you this week about emotions and how the emotions live in our voices. The first question to ask here is, how do you deal with emotions? Are you somebody who's very emotionally expressive and very open with sharing your emotions? Or are you somebody who kind of is half and half? You're okay with expressing sometimes, but you like to keep it to yourself. Or are you somebody who sometimes ends up suppressing your emotion and it just lives inside your body, but you don't share it so openly? And anywhere in between that spectrum. When we start to understand how we deal with our emotions, we'll understand how we hold our bodies physically in a way that affects our voices. Emotions have been taught to me by a lovely teacher as energy in motion, motion. And it's such a wonderful thing to think about because energy is always constantly moving, just like emotions that move through our body. But if we hold and we start to hold tension in our body, sometimes we don't allow that energy to flow through, which means that the voice will not be in flow as we speak because the breath is being held. So when we're thinking about all these different emotions that come into our bodies, like anger, and you're really feeling this tightness here and you can hear it in the quality of my voice, or when we feel depleted, when we're a little bit more depressed, low mood, or sad, you can kind of hear the quality drop through and there's a softer quality that comes. But the intention that we always talk about no longer lives there because the voice is being colored by the emotion fully. Now, another one to think about is shock, and when it starts to hold up here because we held our breath when it comes up. Right? So when you think about all these different types of emotions, it has a direct impact on our voice in how we show up with the sound and the quality of our voice. But also it touches the other person because when we're emotionally connected to our voices, it transmits a message to somebody else, and sometimes they can also feel it if we are empathetic in our communication. When we understand that all of our emotions affect the way that we speak, we have a better chance of being able to understand how we need to move ourselves in different ways to be more strategic in our communication so that we don't let an extreme emotion take over. But just know that it lives in your body, it moves through your body, and that's absolutely fine. It's a very natural thing. But when we let the emotional volatility take over in our voices and we cannot get rein of it and it's just running away from us, that is when our communication is compromised. And we never want our communication to be compromised. But in a moment of life, there are mistakes that we make in our speech, and that's absolutely fine. Sometimes we just need to let it vent out. But knowing that, let's just say if we're in a professional situation, letting all that emotional volatility come out may not seem so professional, but also you may not want to be perceived by others in the way that you're showing up with emotional volatility. Emotional volatility is something that's natural to us, but making sure that we have a safe space for it is also a very, very great thing that we can do for ourselves for our own self-care and self-love. So make sure that when you feel emotional with your voice, that you have a supportive network around you to help you move through those emotions, that you don't just bottle them up, because your voice can be a great medium to carry these emotions through so that you can live through them and move on to your next experience. If you would like a place to share your stories, please make sure that you join our Facebook group here, and I'll link that down below. And you can ask all the questions that you need to help you move through all these difficult and sometimes challenging times of feeling emotion in your voices, but also the triumphs that you have and the wins that you have by being able to work on this on a layer by layer process. We are always here for you at SLVC to help you with your vocal and communications confidence, and it's a vulnerable journey to be working on our voices, so make sure you be kind and gentle to yourselves, and I am looking forward to hearing from you soon. Do make sure that you subscribe to our videos if this topic has been of interest to you, as we post lots of videos like this all the time, and to hit that notification bell up there so you know when our next video uploads. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and until then, take good care of yourselves and use your voices fully and to its biggest potential. We are here for you, and take care. Bye now.